Good evening. Gran is where I was earlier today with Arlo and Neva and my mom, your great grandma, and I'm here at my grandma and grandpa, my mom's parents' graveside. This is where we come at Easter time to clean up and tidy up the flowers and freshen everything. And since I'm here, I needed a few more flowers and I didn't have any more time, and I thought I'd show you where I was. So tonight's story is about a little girl who's learning an old-fashioned kind of skill about quilting from her grandma, and she gets to go to the market. It's called Emily Goes to the Market, and it's by William Mayne. And so I'm just gonna set you right there. Whoa, hopefully this will work and I can show you the story. So, there, I can sit back here. Emily Goes to the Market by William Mayne, illustrated by Sophy Williams. So I showed you the cover. The front cover. It's just, I love the soft pastel art. And here's the part where it shows you about the author and how to get, and over here, how to get the book. And it's dedicated from the author, William. It says for Emily Jolmers. And the illustrator, Sophy, says it's for Mark. And it's published by Jonathan Cape, which is a division of Random House Children's Books, an imprint of Random House Children's Books. And this edition is from 2004. Did you see the butterfly, Yvette? I think it's going to try and rain on me while I'm reading, but that's okay. Let's begin. Settle in, everybody. Hi, Audrey. Emily helped Grandma very hard that morning. They sat in the bay window of Grandma's parlor doing their sewing and talking about when I was a girl, Grandma said, and when I'm big, Emily said. Getting on with the job now, Grandma told her when they began. The two of us, Emily said, ready to stitch all day. You'll sleep under it tonight, said Grandma. The one of us, said Emily, thinking of her narrow attic bed. Thinking of her narrow attic bed. With its tiny morning windows. There we go. They were finishing a patchwork counterpane. The patches were stitched together side by side and top to bottom, nearly to the end. They were gold, red, green, and several sorts of blue, and some plain ones indeed. Each one had 6 corners and 6 neatly folded sides. My friend Lorraine knows all about that. Emily, at school, there was a name for things with 6 sides, Emily told Grandma. I dare say there is, said Grandma. I call them patches and sew them into place. But look, and she pulled a sharp thread through on its needle. We've run out of patches. I thought I had more. So here's the quilt. I'm trying to make sure you have enough light so you can see it. So I'm going to turn around here. Downhill doesn't work at all. Here we go. Turn around and look at the colors and the shape of this patches. And there's Emily and her grandma stitching. I'm going to put you up here on the stone, maybe. Maybe. So there's the patches that they're working on. If there were no patches, no one could be blamed. What you've got to do, what you haven't got, you must do without, Grandma said now and again. Where do you think patches come from? Grandma asked. From the bottom cupboard in the dresser, she brought out a bundle of shining cloth, rich in red, green, gold, and several sorts of blue. Emily knew the answer. We make them, she said, picking up big scissors and snipping at the air. For that, said Grandma, we use a pattern. She stretched bright cloth flat on the parlor table. From her workbox came a cardboard shape with 6 sides and an empty middle. She laid it on the cloth. With her pencil, she drew the 6 angles of the middle, which is what shows, and the 6 edges that fold under out of sight. The big-mouthed scissors bit to one side, then the other, and there was a heap of new patches to sew. Emily began to stitch. Do you see the patches there? Whoops, there we go. She yawned at last. The needle bit her finger with its one sharp, cruel tooth, and the finger sobbed a tear of red on the last, plainest patch. I would remember you anyway, said Grandma. Now I shall never forget. I'm tired, said Emily, sucking her finger and putting the empty needle away. You need something else to do, said Grandma. Now I'll watch you from the window as you go down to the village to Miss Tulliver's stall in the market and buy something for us both. Yes, said Emily. I'll meet my friends up and down. I'll go now, at once, and straight away. Before you get back again, said Grandma, indeed, before you leave, I'll tell you what to buy. We need some more of the plainest silk. So ask for an L of crash tussore. Emily did not know what that was. This is your wrist, said Grandma, taking Emily's arm and holding it out. From your wrist, it is an L to your elbow, which is why they call it that. Crash is a plain color, darker than milk and lighter than tea. Tussore is this rough, hard silk, fit for counterpane and coverlet. Miss Tulliver at the market stall will understand the words you say. So there she is, and she's got just a bit of blood from the needle prick. An L of crush tussore, said Emily. I'll remember, if I don't meet everyone and forget. It's a quiet time of day, said Grandma. There's no one to meet, even in the market. I'll wait and watch while you go down the street. Don't play in the dust or splash along the stream. Be polite to everyone and don't forget those words. An L of crush tussore, said Emily. And here are 7 pence to pay her, Grandma said. She wrapped the money in a paper and tucked it into Emily's hand. Hold tight, she said. An L of crash tussore, said Emily, and Grandma saw her to the door. There was no one in the garden, not a bird, not a mouse. I was alone with Grandma. I'm more alone with myself, thought Emily. The garden gate went click and rattle on its hinge and latch. Emily opened it and let it close and clatter once again. The 3rd time, Grandma at the window tapped with her thimble on the pane. Walk, said Grandma. Be like a lady. Walk, said Emily, but skipped along the path alone. no one was there to see her. No one spoke. No one but Emily herself was on the way to any market stall. Then she had to walk like a lady, because along the lane a bell began to tinkle, and the delivery boy from the village shop came riding his black bicycle by and shouting, "Hi!" Grandma at the window had bent her head over the patchwork and did not see, perhaps. "An L," said Emily, because luckily the sudden shout had not driven the words from her head. "Of crash to soar." Then a silent butterfly came slowly down the street with her, walking in the air beside her shoulder, watching her with patchwork eyes across its wings. Sometimes Emily saw bright tops, other times only the stitches. Underneath that holds the color on and in their place. "You follow me," said Emily. "I'll follow you." Do you see the butterfly? Its stitches and its eyes. And there walks Emily. Emily and the butterfly walked along together. Down a bright lavender garden, the thistledown came to meet her. "Crash," said Emily. Thistle people landed on her nose and perched on her hair. Emily sneezed and had a fairy halo now, bright around her head. From an open cottage door, 3 kittens looked out, white, black, and quilted with ginger. They stuck their tails up, ran about Emily's feet, and spoke to her with little slow voices. Their mouths had closed again by the time Emily heard their words. "To soar," said Emily. "Run along with me. I won't tread on you." She skipped, skipped, skipped all the way to the market, the kittens between her feet. She came to the stall where the toys were sold. "Are you buying, miss?" the stall holder asked. "My pretty little dolls, a penny each, that's all." "I'd have that and that and that," said Emily, looking at the dolls. "I'd have the 7, but the money is for something else, an L of crash to soar." "That's Miss Tolliver's stall," the stall holder said. "But come another day." And she put the dolls back in their box. It was strange, but nice, that when Emily walked on, 6 dolls walked hand in hand, and 2 by 2 beside Emily's feet, and a 7th rode a kitten. She skipped to the next stall where all the flowers were that could be a garland round her neck. She buried her nose in the smell of them. "You have golden dust among your freckles," said the flower lady. There was a choir singing across the road where cages of bright-eyed and brown birds watched the people going by. Emily crossed to talk to them, and in a moment found them circling round her head full of summer tunes. "An L of crash to soar," said Emily to herself. "That's all I shall buy with 7 pence wrapped in paper." The birds sang a song worth more than that. Emily went on to find Miss Tulliver's stall and buy what she had come for. "I'm just reading a story and then I'll leave."
Okay, can I do this for you though?
"Sure."
Okay. See that road right there that leads out to the next gate?
The main one down
No,
there?
that one's locked already.
Okay.
The road right here, it will lead you right out the next gate.
Okay, at the...
I'll just close the
Okay.
gate, and then when you're done, you just close it afterwards and lock it up for me?
Thank you very much.
Will that work for you?
You betcha.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
That road though, because people get confused.
Yeah, the far one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so she was off to buy what she had come for. Hi, Vet. I'm getting kicked out because it's dusk. On the way, the tall greyhounds from the village inn came to talk gently to her. Kittens slapped their noses, but the seven dolls took the greyhounds by the lead and marched them right along. Along the street there came the village band with golden trumpets and golden horns, golden drums and golden tubas, grunting out their melodies. Emily went past Miss Tulliver's stall. Miss Tulliver was not there. Miss Tulliver had left it and joined the band to play a golden flute. She did not hear Emily say the words or sell her anything. Emily could hear her flute, but did not know. Grandma will be cross, Emily told herself. She had not forgotten what 7 pence were meant to buy. I shall go back with nothing but these animals and dolls and flowers and birds. None of them will make a counterpane or please my grandma. She felt her nose begin to twitch with worry. Cheer up, Emily, said the delivery boy on his bicycle with the big basket on the front. I've a packet for you. Oh, I've a packet for your grandma's house, and there's room for you in the basket too. But all my friends, they will run beside us, said the delivery boy, and helped her up. So many little things have somehow followed her from the stall. Follow the butterfly, said Emily, because it knew the way. After it ran the greyhounds, with the poor dolls trying to hold them back. Little kittens had to be lifted into the basket because their legs were so short. The flowers grew and grew until the bicycle was like a hedge. The delivery boy rang his bell, and all the thistledown went to play in the sound. Behind them trailed the village band, left, right, coming not quite fast enough, puffing and thumping. It turned away to the next village, and the music faded behind the backs of the instruments. See the dolls on the back of the red greyhounds riding? Quite the trip to the market for Emily. No, he didn't kick me out. He told me how I could get out and asked me to lock the gate when I was done. So that was pretty nice. Continuing. Grandma waited at her window. I've helped you on your way, said the delivery boy at the garden gate. You can manage the rest alone. Give me 7 pence and take this packet to your grandma. That's how it is today. Your other friends will see you safely to the house. Off he went, leaving a ting-a-ling of thistledown and a trail of flowers. Emily lifted the latch of the garden gate. Her birds flew into the garden trees and sang to the sky. The kittens ran away under the garden wall. The greyhounds carried off the dolls, racing home, shouting and laughing. The butterfly went to play among the cabbages. Oh, and the birds and the kittens are running away. Flowers round Emily's neck fell to the path dry and dusty. She came home with nothing after her errand. There was only the packet from the delivery boy, and the 7 pence had gone. Grandma opened the door. "I have done such a lot of work," she said. "We shall finish after dinner. Now you have brought the L of Crash to Soar." "But," said Emily, remembering not getting the L of Crash to Soar, remembering not speaking to Miss Tulliver, not even seeing her. Grandma opened the delivery boy's packet and held up the cloth inside. "Just right," she said. "An L of Crash to Soar. I knew you could find your way, do your errand, and come back safely." The butterfly flew up to Emily once again and laughed in her ear. Emily went into the quiet house and had her dinner. What do you think happened for Emily? Do you think Emily has a really good imagination? That night, she dreamed the day all over again under the new patchwork counterpane. Whoops, wrong page. There we go. The dolls and the greyhound and the flower, the flowers and the butterfly, and maybe even the delivery boy. But she got the job done. There's Emily in her garden with all her imaginary friends. So Emily Goes to Market was the book today. I hope you liked it. Now it's time for me to finish cleaning up my few bits of flowers. I'll show it to you one more time because I know Mom didn't get to see it with it all done. And I want to make sure she gets a chance. So there they are. That's my mom and dad's resting place. Anyway, that's the story for tonight. I hope you liked it. Here's the sun. Whoa. Wow, trying to go down behind me there. In this quite nice spot. Anyway, that's the story for tonight. Thanks for watching. It's Good Friday, so Sunday is Easter. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow if you're available. Jesus keep you. Love you. Good night.